Good day, creative. So, this video is about how you can use grid line to design professionally. How to use grid line to design professionally. If you notice, most graphic designers don't use grid lines to design because it's obvious if you're not using it, you will definitely not um, get a professional design because you cannot just use your eyes to measure some certain things. Now, let's dive into the business of the day. Now, if you check these particular top rows right here that we have all of these effects. All right, so we're going to check. After the zoom is a grid line. So we're going to click on grid line right now. And in this design, I've locked and I've also make it I've closed. You will not be able to see my designs based on the fact that I've gone to the layers, the layer board to hide them. So I'm going to show you something when it has to do with the grid line. These are the grid lines, and you can actually add or reduce grid lines. You can control the grid lines to your own test. Okay. So when once you want to design, these are the things you should take. For instance, if you're designing, let me put out all my designs from the layer so that you see what I'm talking about. So right here I have the background, I have all of this. I'll just go ahead and put all of this because we're talking about the grid line right here. So I'm putting out all of this so that you can see. And okay, so now if you see if you do design, you see that this particular design follow a certain line when it has to do with the write-ups here. Okay, the write-ups here follow a certain line. It follows a certain line to this particular line that is as if it's around this brand name. But here is the thing. This is how I achieved that. I went to my grid lines here, I click on my grid line, then I click on this grid line settings. You see it right here. Click on it. Then I click on this arrow that is turning round. I click on it. Then I added it. I think I used about 7. I used the horizontal grid 7, and I used the vertical guides, not grid guide 7. Alright, so I clicked on OK. Alright, I think I used 6 or 7. Let's see. I used 6. Okay, so this is it. This is what I use to achieve this professional design. So if you want your design to look professional, these are the things. This is one of the principle of design you have to obey, which is alignment. All right, your design have to be aligned, else maybe aligned to the left, right, or center, whichever way. But grid line will help you a whole lot for you to achieve that. So this is how to use grid lines, and this has to take effect when you start designing, so that you don't mix it up, or you can actually arrange it when you are done with birthing what you have in your head. Because aside the background and some kind of effect you're going to add, the write-up will not need much of creativity, right? So for you to achieve it, for you to achieve a professional design, you can actually add the grid line at any level, but I prefer you start from beginning so that you get what you want and be sure to deliver on time when it has to do with you dealing with your clients. So that's that for the tutorials. Use grid lines as much as you are designing with Pixellap. Thank you. Please do well to like, follow, share this particular video for your fellow creative that's actually coming up in designing, that wants to design professionally. Thank you very much for watching. See you on my next video.